Everyone, my name is Christine Wright. My company is Right Brain Design, and this is just a real quick tutorial on how to use the Adobe Acrobat markup tools. The reason why I'm going over this is because this is such a powerful tool. It is so useful, and if you are working with a designer, or if you're even working with a bunch of editors or a lot of people in-house, this can be a really useful tool so that everybody can mark up one document. It's easy to keep track of them. It's easy to know when something should or should not be changed. But the trick is that you have to get the hang of the basic tools. So this is what it looks like on the Mac side. Now, you can see up here, there's a little bar. I've got tools highlighted now. All I have to do is click on comment. You go to comment, and then you see here's annotations and drawing markups. These are really the major tools that people are going to use the vast majority of the time. Now on the Mac, if you don't see this bar somehow, you can always go up to View, Comment, and then Annotations or Drawing Markups, and you'll see the tool panel appear. Now, a lot of people are on the PC, and the PC, it looks a little bit different, but it works exactly the same way. I can either go up to View, Tools, Comment, or I can come over to the right side of my screen. I can click on comment. Now this big blank area over here, this is where the comments would appear as a list. And up here are your tools. Like I said, they work pretty much the same way. It just looks a little bit different between one program and another. So coming back to the Mac, let's take a look at these tools. First off, sticky note. Sticky notes are best when making comments about a general area or the whole page. So this is not a good tool for a very specific sentence. If you want to do that, there's the highlighter tool. So if I come over to the highlighter tool, I can say highlight the area, it'll be yellow, and then when I click on it, you get the same dialog box, and then I can send direction. The other thing I'm going to point out real quick is that over here you see this list appear. This is the list that I would go through in order to, and as I would go through it, I can check them off so that I know that they're done. This is what makes it easy. Now, if you're working with a team in-house or you're working with multiple people on the same document, you can actually reply. You just click on the little arrow, it says reply. So if somebody replies to it or changes direction, it's going to show up like this, and then that way you can work with a bunch of people on the same changes, and then when it finally goes to the designer, you know what to do, what not to do, and it really helps with communication. Okay, these are as far as sending people general directions, these are good tools to use. Now let's look at the different markup tools. This one, the T with the little tiny arrow on it or caret, this is a tool you're going to use to insert. So we say, let's say that I want to insert an extra sentence at the end of this paragraph and say, it takes time, so be patient. Oops. There we go. Now here's the thing, if you're using the insert tool and you want to insert something, you don't have to say the words insert this copy here or put it in quotation marks. The fact that it's an insert tool tells me to insert text, so you don't have to worry about trying to make something clear. I'll know that that's what that means. Now you can see where I made a little boo-boo, I added an extra mark and it doesn't really have anything to do with anything. You can, once again, you click on the little down arrow, you can say, delete. Yes, we're going to delete that one. We don't need it. It's not there. Okay. Next, obviously I've added some spelling errors, which is, for me, not hard. So I'm going to use the change tool. Now the change tool has the T with a blue line across and then the little arrow pointing upwards. This tells me that yes, we need to replace some text. So I'm just going to highlight the text I want to replace and then type out what it needs to be replaced with. And you're going to see that on the document, I've got the blue line with the little caret. Kind of mimics what the symbol looks like. Then, let's say we should really delete this line of text. I don't think we need it. So this is what you do. You click on the T with the red arrow through it. That's the strike through. Again, for this, you don't have to make any comments. You just highlight it, and I'll know, okay, that needs to go away. You don't have to tell me anything. I just know if I see a red line through something, it means to delete it. And you're also going to notice over here that the comments appear in the order that they appear on the page. So now let's say we want to change, you want to send directions saying, all right, I'd like you to bold something, I'd like you to italicize. This is a good place for the highlighter tool once more. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to say, please bold. And remember, when I get rid of these windows, I'm not really getting rid of them, I'm just minimizing them. This is the list that I'm going to go by. And then I want this bit to be italicized. Okay. And then that's basically it. That's real simple. But now let's say you want me to move a whole section. This is where the drawing tools come in handy. Here's the thing you need to remember about the drawing tools. When they appear on the screen, they appear big and red and obvious, which is fine, except it can block other copy that I may need to edit. So I really recommend saving the drawing tools for certain occasions, like I want you to move a line of text. You've got your text box that you can add a text box. You've also got your add your text call out, but you can even just do something as simple as just the pencil tool and say, and that way I'll know, move this paragraph up to here. If I'm really worried about whether or not I'll notice it, I can add, okay, take this line, move over. Just don't put the line through the text because for the most part, I'm going to know that this is a drawing line and not a strike-through line because even here, these little symbols give me a hint of what it is you're asking me to do. But like I said before, the drawing tools will block the text. It'll make it much harder to see. And then here's the thing to keep in mind too. If I'm looking for something, it will, zooming in and zooming out will make things seem a little bit easier to see. So that's basically it. Those are really the basic markup tools. Here's something I'm going to recommend. As much as it might be tempting to say highlight an area where I only ask to insert something, don't do it because I'm using the list off to the right. I don't need you to highlight that, and what that does with every single thing that I mark up, it adds to the list. And sometimes, especially if you've got a lot of changes going on, neighborhood of 100 to 100 and up, it can really cause Acrobat to freak out a little bit. So, using these tools efficiently is really best for everyone. So that's my quick basic tutorial. If there are any questions, feel free to contact me at the email address below, or if you already have my contact information, you can use that. But that's basically it. Good luck, and I hope your project goes well.